is News 3 Now at 6.
First tonight, breaking news from the Channel 3000 Alert Center. We are learning the suspect in a fatal shooting last night in the town of Madison is still at large.
Police are calling the shooting targeted, but still have a warning for the public. Madeline O'Neill is live on Badger Lane near Rimrock Road and the Beltline with the latest this evening. Maddie?
Well, this afternoon, we're learning that the victim of last night's homicide here on the 2600 block of Badger Lane was 48-year-old Antonio Shaw. Town of Madison police say he was, quote, brutally shot just after 10 o'clock last night, found by a vehicle before being pronounced dead an hour and a half later. According to the Dane County Medical Examiner's Office, early autopsy results confirm he was killed by being shot with a firearm. Police are asking any neighbors or businesses with security footage near here to share that with them. Town of Madison police say they have a number of theories as to what happened here, but aren't able to release details on those right now. But the town's chief of police says he will host a Zoom press conference tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. We'll be there and we'll bring you the latest details on channel3000.com and on News 3 Now tomorrow.
All right, Maddie, thank you. Next at 6, the legislature's lawsuit challenging the current order to combat coronavirus had its day in court.
Amy Reed is live from the state capitol with what we heard from attorneys today.
Lawyers for the state legislature and the Department of Health Services each had about 45 minutes to convince the state Supreme Court of their perspective. They met virtually today. Thank you to Wisconsin Eye for giving us this footage. The legislature filed this 2 weeks ago, saying that the DHS secretary exceeded her authority in issuing an extension to the order that closes businesses and keeps Wisconsinites home. The lawyer argued the legislature should be part of that discussion.
This case is not about whether a lockdown is a good idea. This case instead raises first a basic issue of administrative law.
I think you take the statutory text as it is, and the statutory text empowers DHS to take all necessary action to combat communicable diseases. I understand Your Honor may...
That was the lawyer with the DOJ there on behalf of DHS. Justices questioned him, some implying this authority was too broad, one asking if this wasn't the definition of tyranny. The DOJ argued the statutes allow for what happened, and if there's an issue with that, those concerns need to go to the legislature to amend state law. Justices got together at around 1:30 today to begin discussing the arguments that were presented this morning, and a ruling could come any time after they finish with that. Now, if they side with the legislature, they've been asked to grant a 6-day window so that the governor and the legislature could come together and come up with a new plan forward.
Amy, thank you. Wisconsin now has more than 8,600 confirmed coronavirus cases. That's 396 new tests since yesterday. 353 people have died. Today, 9% of people tested for COVID-19 tested positive. That's a decrease from yesterday's 10% and the peak of 13% on Friday. And you can see from the orange dotted line that the overall trend in positive test results is basically flat. The Badger Bounce Back Plan requires a downward trajectory in the percentage of new positive cases for 14 consecutive days.
Today, the number of positive coronavirus cases in Rock County passed 300. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter has been tracking the spread there and explains why one area in particular seeing a jump in numbers. Adam?
Well, Eric, headed into today, the city of Beloit accounted for nearly 2/3 of positive coronavirus cases in Rock County, despite making up just a little bit less than a quarter of Rock County's population. Today, health and safety experts say they expect those numbers to continue to climb. The Hormel Foods plant in Beloit is just one of several food processing plants throughout the state impacted by the spread of COVID-19. Just one reason leaders in Beloit say they're seeing more cases.
The spike in cases could be related to some of these food processing plants that are closing down because of multiple cases found in their operations.
But also contributing to the high numbers in Beloit is the fact that the Beloit health system is testing at a high rate, issuing more than 1,000 tests so far, which is more than 1/3 of the tests done countywide.
We actually see see the numbers as a positive in that we have increased our ability and different ways in which we are able to test.
Still, county leaders worry what the next several weeks will mean for the overall tally. As health officials estimate, with an increase in testing and spread, Rock County could see more than 10 times its current total just a little bit more than a month from now.
If you think we're at the end of this or in the middle of it, like I said, we're just at the beginning. The numbers are real. They're still in the county. They grow every day.
Tonight, they're urging for community members to stay home or, if they do leave, to wear a mask.
This is going to be around for months, maybe a year or two. So the quicker we can adjust to that and understand that wearing this simple face mask in public and the social distancing and washing our hands, the better off we're all going to be.
It's worth noting that that prediction of 3,500 positive cases at the peak is more than 3 times what health officials had originally predicted could be possible for Rock County. And they say while that peak could come sometime in early June, that total is still flexible and could rise or fall depending on factors like community spread and social distancing.
Adam Duxter live tonight. Adam, thank you. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi says the county will remain under a state of emergency declaration until at least July 15th. The current order was set to expire May 15th. The declaration allows the county government to be able to use its full resources to meet community needs during the pandemic. It also makes Dane County eligible for federal and state assistance.
Hy-Vee announced that starting tomorrow, they will be limiting meat purchases at all locations. Each customer will be limited to 4 packages of a combination of fresh beef, ground beef, pork, and chicken. A statement says they have products available at Hy-Vee stores, but due to worker shortages at plants, as well as an increase in meat sales, customers may not be able to find specific items they are looking for. The state of Wisconsin is working with a research and development company to extend the life of personal protective equipment. Battelle is launching a new decontamination system for N95 respirator masks that are in high demand right now. Those masks are deemed single use, but due to a low supply, many healthcare workers have no choice but to use them again. To make sure it is safe to do that, Battelle is using a hydrogen peroxide vapor to decontaminate any masks that are not soiled with blood, bodily fluids, or makeup.
We're trying to make sure that healthcare providers have the PPE and the proper clean PPE that they need to do their jobs.
This new system can decontaminate 80,000 masks a day. It is being rolled out in 60 different locations throughout the country, and there is only one in Wisconsin. For security reasons, we are not disclosing where this work is being done.
State Department of Health Services launching a new set of criteria that must be met before Wisconsin hospitals are ready to move forward with the Badger Bounce Back Plan. One criteria is a downward trend in cases among healthcare workers. That has already been met. The others include 95% of hospitals must be able to treat patients without crisis care, which means facilities are safe, there's no shortage of critical supplies, trained staff can care for the volume of patients. The plan was developed with input from the Wisconsin Hospital Association and the Rural Wisconsin Health Cooperative. To weather now. Chilly tonight, a little more sun tomorrow. Let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Of course, this time of year, any kind of sunshine will help, and temperatures should be a little milder for tomorrow, but will turn cooler again by the end of the week. You can see on visible cloud track, lots of clouds across the state, although the northern part of the state started to get some sunshine. Temperatures are actually a little bit warmer there. We've had some showers here in southern Wisconsin, but those have really diminished pretty rapidly over the last few hours as a dry northeasterly wind has kind of eroded away at those showers. You can see temperatures right now right around 50 in Madison, but it's actually a few degrees milder to the north where there have been a few peaks of sunshine. The thicker clouds keeping temperatures in the 40s to our south. Notice the winds from the northeast, and the air is drier to the northeast. Relative humidities are only around 40% compared to the higher humidities over southwestern Wisconsin. That's why those showers have been falling apart. But tomorrow morning we'll be down into the upper 30s to around 40 degrees with some breaks in the clouds. Look for a partly sunny day tomorrow. Slight chance for an afternoon shower. High temperature at 62 degrees. Colder weather on the way for the weekend, though, and the possibility for some frost. We have an alert day in the forecast for Saturday morning. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Officials with the Middleton Fire District are warning people that although it is starting to get a little warmer, the lake water remains very cold. Middleton Fire has responded to 2 water rescues on Lake Mendota just over the last few days. On Saturday, a sailboat capsized and also a kayak flipped. Fire officials are reminding people to wear their life jackets because your body could go into shock when it hits that cold water. Coming up next at 6, how you can make a difference on this Giving Tuesday. And the DOT starting an online pilot program allowing teens to get their driver's license without having to take a road test. That's next. Stay with us.
With Mother's Day just around the corner, now's your chance to show Mom how much she means to you with a gift she'll love from Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Like this closeout women's Carhartt Force shirt, just $24.99. Get $100 off this KitchenAid stand mixer. This insulated lunch tote set is just $12.99 while supplies last. Assorted Farm and Fleet chocolates are just $3.49 each. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Wow, that's Ensure Max Protein with high protein and 1 gram sugar.
It's a sit-up, banana, bend at the waist. I'm trying.
Keep it up. You'll get there.
Whoa!
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. Ensure Max Protein.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah.
New customer.
What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. It's crazy.
You're going into signal shock. Just breathe with me. Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
And now when you switch, you can also get $700 off the latest phones with no trade-in required. Now that's fair. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Hi, folks. After a bit of a dreary Tuesday, Hattie has us looking forward to the return of some sun in her first warn forecast.
And Wednesday marks the start of National Nurses Week. We'll tell you how multiple businesses are saying thank you during this important time. We'll see you at 4:30.
Today is Giving Tuesday, a global day of giving and unity as emergency response to the unprecedented needs COVID-19 has caused. SSM Health St. Mary's Foundation is launching an emergency response fund. Donations will support patients, their families, and healthcare workers in our community. Right now, there is a need for personal protective equipment, including air purifying respirators, and support for employees facing financial hardship.
The community has been incredibly generous with donations already of PPE, of food to help our front lines.
If you are able to donate to the relief fund, you can do so at ssmhealth.com. Also, as part of Giving Tuesday now, the Morgridge Family Foundation is announcing nearly $130,000 to Wisconsin United Way COVID-19 relief funds to be distributed to local nonprofits providing essential services to the community. That includes a $65,000 gift to the United Way of Dane County and a similar gift to the United Way of Racine County. If you would like to help the United Way's long-term recovery efforts for some of the most vulnerable members of our community, you can donate at UnitedWayDaneCounty.org.
Starting Monday, the Wisconsin DOT will allow teens to skip the behind-the-wheel driving test and get their license if they have their parents' permission. It's part of a program they started to help deal with the backlog of license requests they've gotten since March. Jamie Perez joins us now with more on that decision, what it means for drivers. Jamie?
So this is obviously great news for teens who are trying to get their licenses relatively soon, but maybe not so great news for the people who are worried about those teens who are getting behind the wheel and on the roads.
Getting a license just got easier, at least for those under the age of 18.
If that parent is comfortable waiving the road test and accepting that liability, then we will accept that and move them forward to a probationary license.
Wisconsin DMV Administrator Christina Boardman said 98% of teens pass that road test on the first or second try. It's why she feels comfortable with the decision to waive this part of the test to help deal with the 80,000 license requests that are backlogged. But this decision doesn't sit well with a lot of people, including Mad Area Driving School owner James Kapanis.
We're going to be putting some drivers out on the road that probably shouldn't be out there.
Kapanis said about 10% of the students he trains behind the wheel are not ready for their final driving test after the 6 required lessons.
Teens are the highest risks on the road. Insurances are going to go up. There's a reason you fail the road test.
I'd like to point out that the graduated driver license that went into effect in Wisconsin in the year 2000 And crash rates for teens have gone down 60% since that point.
Boardman said all the other requirements are still in place for those under 18. Because there aren't as many requirements for people over 18 who are trying to get their license, it's still business as usual for them.
They still need to take a road test.
Boardman said since March, they've had to cancel more than 16,000 road tests. And while this new rule may not sit well with some,
Just to drop the road test completely, to me, is something that I don't feel is a responsible thing.
Boardman said this is simply a choice that's being offered to help manage the thousands of backed up requests.
All we are stopping is a 15-minute check ride with that person that's coming in really prepared, and only if that parent is comfortable.
And if you are a parent that is not comfortable with waiving that option, you can still sign up on the DMV's website. They will continue those behind-the-wheel tests at the end of May when the Safer at Home orders have been lifted. They will be in PPE gear and will be taking extra safety precautions during those tests as well.
I've got a 15-year-old today. A lot to think about for me with a new driver coming up soon. Jamie, thank you. A Main Street staple in Stoughton saying goodbye after more than 30 years. The Stoughton Cinema Cafe first started as a single-screen dine-in theater, and it's grown now to 4 screens with ice cream and homemade pizza sales. Owners announced this weekend they are being forced to shut down. They say they won't be able to recover from the delay in film releases during the pandemic.
We do get carry-out pizzas and stuff, but that doesn't enough to carry us. You know, this building has a lot of expenses. It's very big. You know, you've got utilities, taxes, on and on, you know, fixed costs that won't go away no matter what you're serving to the public or not serving to the public. So, yep, so not the way we wanted to retire, but, you know, maybe it'll work out in the end.
Now, the owners are hoping to sell the theater. Local residents have been leaving notes outside on the windows saying they are sad to see it go.
Madison Opera's Opera in the Park will move online due to the pandemic. The 19th anniversary of the concert was scheduled for July 25th at Garner Park, and more than 10,000 people normally attend. Details on the online performances have not been finalized. Those will be announced in early July. Coming up in sports, Cambridge native Matt Kenseth talks about the pressure of coming back from retirement. And a bit warmer tomorrow and Thursday, but it won't stick around long. Gary has your first warn forecast next.
Yeah, I'm a professional remodeler, and I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those snazzy-looking countertops. You know, like beautiful marble countertops, stunning quartz slabs, you name it. To be honest, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, who needs all that glitz and glamour from a counter? But my clients love those snazzy-looking countertops, so we go to Nuns.
Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
Here at Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program, so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. Don't your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn? Trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
More exercise, more water, and more fiber is the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C, and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband. and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
Well, it was a cloudy, dreary day today across southern Wisconsin, and there were some scattered showers, but those showers have really been falling apart over the last few hours. You can see them as they drift back toward the southwest. There's actually low pressure down to our south that will pull them away from us, but the last of the showers look like they've cleared southern Wisconsin. There might be a sprinkle or two of rain yet tonight and maybe again tomorrow afternoon. But three things you need to know in the forecast. While it'll be cool for tomorrow and Thursday, it just won't be quite as chilly as today. High temperatures, lower 60s for tomorrow and around 60 degrees on Thursday. But then really chilly weather arrives for the end of the week and into the start of the next week. Look for high temperatures during that entire period, only in the 50s. More importantly, frost is likely, especially Saturday morning, but there's also the possibility for at least some patchy frost Friday morning and Monday morning and Tuesday morning as well. Saturday or Sunday morning, there might be enough cloud cover to keep temperatures in the upper 30s. But we have an alert day in the forecast for Saturday morning. That seems to be the day most likely to see a widespread frost and maybe even a hard freeze, because future track temperatures by early on Saturday morning already show temperatures there in the lower 30s. If you go back about a half hour, temperatures mainly in the upper 20s through southern Wisconsin. That would be enough for a widespread frost. As we look at weather track, upper level winds now shifting to the northwest, and that's going to start drawing down colder Canadian air over the next few days. Tomorrow, the sunshine will kind of offset some of that cooling, but then even colder weather will move in for the end of the week. There's a stationary front to our south, and there's that little area of low pressure with the showers I was talking about, but that will head right along the front and take most of the showers to our south. So the dry northeasterly wind starting to clear out most of the showers. Temperatures are actually warmer in the northern part of the state where there's been some sunshine compared to southern Wisconsin where there's been more cloud cover. But even those clouds will start to break up later on tonight. Tomorrow we should see partly sunny skies, maybe a couple of pop-up showers in the afternoon, and then we'll clear out for tomorrow night. On Thursday we'll see bright sunshine. Temperatures though only around 60 degrees, and then the next weather system passing by to our south, not going to bring us any precipitation. Skies will be clear by Saturday morning or Friday morning, but notice those northerly winds. They'll be brisk, and that'll draw down even colder weather. So our forecast for tomorrow calls for a high temperature of 62 degrees, so it'll be partly sunny, not as cool as today, just a slight chance for an afternoon shower. 60 on Thursday, but upper 40s for Friday, mid-50s for the weekend, but more importantly, those nighttime low temperatures, upper 20s into the 30s until at least the middle of next week, maybe a little milder toward the end of the week.
And coming up in sports, swinging for charity. Why some big-time PGA pros have teamed up to hit the links for a good cause. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. During Safer at Home, we've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Goldman Cars is having a huge markdown sale where you can buy a 2017 Subaru Legacy Premium starting at only $10,995 or $170 per month. That's right, Goldman Cars has new body style 2017 Subaru Legacy Premium starting at only $10,995 or $170 per month. So just come on in and visit our family-owned and operated business for over 50 years and ask for Crystal Epistle Goldman. Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements, call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
During these tough times, all of us at News 3 Now would like to thank every one of the doctors, nurses, medical staff, and first responders throughout our community.
Please know that your efforts are recognized and greatly appreciated.
Almost immediately after Matt Kenseth announced he was coming out of retirement for the second time, NASCAR gave him the okay to be eligible for the 2020 Cup Series playoffs, which is great. But the postseason is the furthest thing from the Cambridge native's mind. What he is thinking about? Being in a race car for the first time in a year, driving for his brand new team, which he has yet to do, and probably there's some pressure to show he's still got it.
What I'm understanding, there's a good possibility we won't get any practice when we go to these racetracks. So, you know, there's a lot of pressure. So I haven't really thought about making the postseason at this point. We are 4 races in the hole, and I don't have any laps in these cars for these guys yet. So I'm really looking more short term.
Some of the biggest names in golf will be back on the links on May 17th for the PGA's tailor-made driving relief. Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson will team up against Ricky Fowler and Matt Wolff for an 18-hole two-man team skins competition with a $3 million purse on the line. And the best part, all of that money will go to the American Nurses Foundation and the CDC Foundation to help with COVID-19 relief. Wisconsin wrestling head coach Chris BONO made it official today, adding grad transfer Chris Wheeler to his lineup. Wheeler comes to Madison from Lehigh, where he helped the Mountain Hawks win 3 conference championships. He's expected to wrestle at 184 pounds. And make no mistake about it, Jonathan Taylor is a franchise player. Only time will tell how he does with the Colts, but when talking about pizza franchises, his 4 Toppers restaurants are in good hands. I mean, the guy's got good taste, even if Taylor's toppings on his own slice are a little dull.
I'm just a pepperoni guy. Like, I never was a guy to have like pineapples or any other thing. If it's not pepperoni, then it's a regular cheese pizza. But I definitely love pepperoni. And if I do have to get something else, it'll be half and half, and make sure that that half is really all the way on the other side, so that it's not on my side of the pizza.
Well, it's very particular.
Yeah, maybe that's why I wasn't an NFL running back, because I go for like Hawaiian style.
You need to explore.
Yeah,
you know, broaden your horizons and your taste buds. All right, Gary, the final check of your forecast.
Little pizza sounds pretty good at this point. It's got the showers moving on out to our south and to our west. Temperatures right now mainly in the lower 50s, a few upper 40s to our south. Tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 62 after an overnight low in the upper 30s. Just a slight chance for an afternoon shower, but then take a look at those temperatures. Very chilly with frost possible at night, even through Mother's Day, and temperatures back in the 60s at the end of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.